apparently listens to Sports Talk Mississippi, because about 24 hours after we told you yesterday that Kermit Davis is going to be back for another year at Ole Miss, he tweets, Ole Miss coach Kermit Davis will be back next season. Source told at Stadium. You can expect, I think you can expect to hear something publicly from Ole Miss in the next 24 hours. Kermit Davis is going to get another year, and the expectations are going to be abundantly clear. Now, I don't know that they will put those expectations specifically in a press release, but there's no ambiguity between the administration and Kermit Davis. He is expected to make the tournament next year if he wants to continue as the basketball coach at Ole Miss. It's that simple. But it's probably official now that Jeff Goodman tweeted it. Got it? Good.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah, I mean, I clipped it and put it out there this morning. That didn't get the run that apparently Goodman's going to get, but that's okay.
Yeah.
You know, he's good at his job. It's not a shot at him, but...
Oh, no, absolutely he is. He is.
It's fascinating, though, because panic firing is not always the best decision either. It's not. And it happens. People do it, and it's a mistake. But, man, I mean, this has got to be an off-season that is blessed by the basketball gods. Because there are just so many ifs that have to become true for that expectation to become reality. And it can. I mean, it certainly can. It can. But, again, like we talked about a few weeks ago, it is if you can fight off suitors for Matt Morrell. Maybe you can. But there are going to be some, and they've got big brands that are going to come after that kid. If Deshaun Ruffin comes back healthy, if you can get a big in the portal that can replace the production of Nasir Brooks, if you can get a couple wings, if you can get a shooter, if all these ifs, and we'll see if he can pull the strings. I think, though, whatever they release, I still believe, you were out when Haydad and I talked about this in detail. I think that it cannot be, if you want people to buy, it cannot be a 4-sentence, nice little graphic with hashtag Rebel Bat or whatever they use in 4 sentences. Kermit Davis is our coach, and that's it. I think that they need to be detailed, specific, and address multiple different reasons to the fans who are out why you should not be out. Why the second most important sport on our campus will be better next year. Why 6-12, 10-8, 4-14 is unacceptable, and here's how that will not happen again. With specific detail, I think you can curry some favor with your fans that are checking out if you do it that way. If it's just a brief statement, we love our coach, blah, 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 I don't think that'll do it. Transparency might get people to buy because, as you said yesterday, the community loves the guy. They don't love the product, but they love the guy. Love the guy.
Yeah.
So I have a feeling people would be more willing to buy back into that person if you gave a specific, detailed reason why they should.
You may be onto that. I don't know that you will get that in a press release from the athletics department, but I hear what you're saying. Charlie says Kermit makes the Sweet 16 next year. Mark it down. Somebody says, with the injuries that Ole Miss has had over the past couple of years, would a change in the strength and conditioning program be warranted? I don't know. I mean, an ACL injury happens. It's basketball.
Yeah, Ruffin's thing was a freak deal, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, he had a broken hand at the beginning of the year and then an ACL. Jarkel Joyner had a back issue. I don't think that's necessarily related to strength and conditioning. And, well, Robert Allen was an ACL injury. I mean, I think that just happens. Sometimes you're fortunate with injuries in basketball, and sometimes you're not. Paul in Cleveland. second most important sport on campus?
Yes.
Question marks. He says football 1, baseball 2, third basketball.
Nope.
No, I mean, I think in terms of popularity, you're right. But in terms of importance to the overall department, no, basketball is the second most important. It just is. Because of the revenue it generates and because of the exposure that it gets. Look, you can watch every baseball game on the SEC Network Plus or SEC Network or ESPNU. Every single basketball game is on television, or every single conference game is on television, and you have like 3 or 4 men's games that are on the digital platform. But you have men's basketball games on ESPN, on ESPN2, on ESPNU, on the SEC Network, and on CBS. Period. There's more exposure and there's more interest nationally in college basketball than there is in college baseball. College baseball is growing. I think that's inarguable at this point. And for those of us that love college baseball, like so many of you do, we're thrilled about that. But to say that college baseball has the same platform as men's college basketball, and CBS pays $1 billion a year for the rights to televise March Madness. That's not because it's less popular or less important than college baseball.
I'm glad you distinguished the point, because I feel like sometimes I'm a little too simplistic when I say that. Because popularity does not equal importance, right?
Yeah.
You know, women's basketball at Mississippi State is it has been extremely important. But the men's team, despite the women being popular, but the men's team, despite not being as popular, is far more important. Their success is more important. Just reality. I mean, there will be first-round games. All of the first-round games of the NCAA tournament will have more viewers than the College World Series championship game. It's just different. The importance is different. So is the popularity around here.